Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the 10th installment of 2 Alpha News, the show, the news the shooting community can use. I'm one of your hosts, Manny. I'm riding solo tonight. My good buddy Khory, he wasn't feeling well, so I am riding solo. So I thank everyone out in the chat so far. Thank you for joining us at 2 Alpha News, the news the shooting community can use. I've said this twice now, but it's okay because I think it's important to say. So welcome, and thank you for checking us out. We appreciate you. This is episode 10. I'm already on episode 10. I've been on all 10 episodes. Khory, only on 8. I will jab him there. But it's okay, guys. Thank you for joining me on this fun night. I got to also remind you, you will find us on social media at 2 Alpha News on Facebook and Instagram. If you want to watch this show live on either YouTube or Rumble, you can check us out at Manny Talk Shooting on both locations. Please follow, and I appreciate those as well. So tonight, guys, we've got a little bit of some awesome content I've got for you. I'm going to talk a little bit my week, and we'll probably, most of the show be spent talking about Area 2 predictions and IPSC Nationals. I think I'm going to go through the stages, what I saw in the stage book for IPSC Nationals, in my opinion, as a USPSA shooter coming up through the ranks. So if I've got anybody out in the chat, please, I see there's 2 of you or more, please let me know that you're out there so I can give you an awesome shout out because I appreciate you. And we've got a little bit of news later on in the show, a little giveaway announcement that we did. So you want to be sticking around to make sure that you're here. So welcome, everybody. It's always good to see everyone out there week in and week out. So I guess I will start off with my week in shooting. Nor did I go shooting, and I've been working on my skills. So I can't complain. I can't complain that I've been very much with the gun this past week. I've been doing a bunch of dry fire when I feel like it. And it's been really good and really productive. So I'm getting good skills and tackling a lot of the gun handling stuff that kind of needs to be worked on in the winter. So if that's, trigger control, grip, eyes moving sights, it's been kind of working along. I have been getting used to my new Henning T900s that I got. So that's always a little different going from a double alpha pouch to the T900. It is always fun and interesting. We've got Mr. Rick Powers joining us on YouTube tonight. Hi, Rick. And we've got Matt W. Hello. Yes, I did. So I do some sweet mag changes with those Henning pouches in dry fire. Yes, the stand and shoot kind of stuff, the stand and deliver stuff, I can do pretty well on the reloads. Still just kind of getting that kind of level of efficiency on a one-step reload, just kind of moving. And our good fellow longtime supporter, Mr. Brian Conley of Hunters HD Gold, is out in the chat on Rumble. Brian, if you feel like it, you may join me tonight. I can more than happy to get you a link in, get you back in here so you can hang out with me and talk. But if you're not, you can just sit there and chit-chat in the chat, and I'd appreciate it either way because you're in a hotel room in Florida, 88 today. Why are you in a hotel room? Because you normally live in the event. All right, Brian's going to join me. So this will be interesting. I'm going to pull up another tab so I can get Brian in there because Khory left me hanging. No, just kidding. But it's all good because it's how this works. It's all good. So everyone just stay out there in the chat as I get this going. Yes, we're going to edit there. We're going to put this there. Yeah, it takes me a quick second, but we will get it rocking and a rolling speakers. Brian, I'm assuming you want this to your email. Because I will send this right now. Bear with me, guys. I am slowly but surely getting there. I am fast at the computer, but it's not terrible. Boom. Sent you the link, Brian. So, cool beans. So we'll wait a minute for Brian to get in here. But yes, I have been dry firing, and it's been nice. I have been able to get a lot of things done this week. I've actually recorded 2 podcasts this week, Monday and Tuesday. You'll be seeing those shortly. One coming out Monday and then one coming out the week following. A guy you've not probably heard of. a guy from North Carolina, and then Mr. Henning Wahlgren himself on like the 20th, I think, will release. So that was a really good show. If you like kind of getting into the mental side and learning more about Henning's background and all of his come-ups, you will really enjoy the Henning Wahlgren episode. I say that with full conscience. It was a fantastic episode, if I do say so myself. So I'm going to actually have to do this as well. So Brian's not in here yet, but it's all good, so I got to set something up. But anyway, so there were no major matches in USPSA last week, which was no big deal. But there was a Steel Challenge match that we'll talk about with Brian once he hops in here as soon as he gets it. He should have the link, so he'll probably call me crazy when he can't get in, but it's okay. So, yeah. Anyway, if anyone doesn't remember, Two Alpha News, join us. Thank you. Find us on social media at Two Alpha News and Instagram, Facebook. Yeah. I'm kind of forgetting half of what I normally talk about since my co-host isn't here, and it's really messing me up. Not really, but if you're out there in the chat, we appreciate you greatly. If anyone didn't know, we did talk about this last week, was that the members meeting was posted on the USPSA website and their Vimeo account, so you may listen to those. World Speeds on there, Open PCC Nationals, and Handgun Nationals members meetings are there. So please go check those out. Be informed. And there is the hardest working man in shooting. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. You are in Florida in a hotel room.
Yes,
Where are you at then?
I am in Melbourne, Florida. We have the IDPA Space Coast sponsored by Ruger going on this weekend. So I am going to be doing a lot of live remotes from an IDPA match this match is kind of known as a different IDPA match compared to the other ones based on a lot of moving targets and a lot of things moving left to right. So we'll see how it goes. Pretty excited about being here. So first time I've done Space Coast. I've sponsored it a lot, but never been here before.
How far is that from home base?
It was a 9-hour drive today.
Oh, so you've got to be, in the middle of the southern tip of Florida?
No, well, no. I'm came down the turnpike, and where I'd normally get off to go to Frostproof, I stayed on the turnpike, and got on 95 south of Daytona, and it was right down in that area. So not that far down. 3 hours. I'm about 3 hours out of Miami.
Oh, that's not terrible then.
No.
Not terrible at all. So, brother, you went to a Steel Challenge match last weekend, right?
I did. Went to the Mississippi State Steel Challenge Shooting Association Championship. So that was fun.
It seemed like you had. Oh, how were the egg rolls?
Oh, they were extremely well, and actually had the lady who was making them is shipping me a lot of shrimp egg rolls back. So she told me all I got to do is put olive oil on them and stick them in the air fryer, and they're going to be like they're brand new. They were really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
What'd Sherry think of them?
Oh, she hasn't had them yet, so we ain't got them yet shipped in. So we'll get them at some point. So
because the little goodie bag that you had at the match didn't even make it.
Yes. I just noticed there's a bomb behind me. That's all
I was about to say, Brian. It's like, is that some funky looking lamp?
Yeah. It's pretty big. I was like, what is that?
Hey, they wanted you to make a DIY one while you're in Florida,
yeah.
Right?
I got some work I got to do. I need to get off the call right now.
Oh, that's too funny, brother. No, I'm glad you hopped on. I knew you were I hit up Luigi. Luigi was making dinner, and I was like, darn it, Luigi.
Yeah.
Like, but I knew I didn't want to bother you, but hey.
Well, I was working on a spreadsheet, and all of a sudden it popped up on my watch about Rumble. Because I get notifications just like that. And I was like, oh shit, let me see what else is going on. And where's my boy Khory at tonight?
He said he was sick. I just think he couldn't handle the pressure of being on another week. I don't know.
He's just, he's got his own Ohioan issues after the election yesterday.
Yeah, that was an interesting election, that's for sure.
Well, there was a lot of good things that of course, the media is not talking about, but there was a lot of good results in there as well for stuff around the state. So I won't get into it now, but do your research. Yesterday was not just a complete loss. There was a lot of other things behind the scenes that were voted on for certain officials and stuff like that to get in there to make some power plays. So it's not all bad. So
Yeah, I still got to dig into it. We didn't really have anything up on the ticket this year on election day here in Michigan where I live, so that's
yeah, we didn't
kind of
have anything
boring.
in Alabama either. So
So yeah, it was kind of a moot thing.
we're replying to an email.
Oh God, Rick Power, no, bring that bong. No, no one needs to bring no bong to Ohio. Y'all got your legalized marijuana anyway, so you can get your own bongs now.
So I'm replying to an email from somebody who got a certificate, Deanna. So
Hey, nothing wrong with you. You got. Speaking of certificates, how
yes,
long do people have until certificates go bad this year?
certificates. Let me send that real quick. Certificates are usually based on how I set it up. If unless the match date changes, and then I can override anything, of course, because it's me doing it. But they're usually scheduled 5 or 6 months after the match to expire. However, once you email me and get the instructions, then you find out there's actually a 30-day grace period after that in the instructions.
So you just have to
So
initiate the
right. You
conversation.
just got to start the conversation before it completely expires. And once, if it's been 2 or 3 months after expiration, everything else, you know, and you got a $400 certificate from a major match or something like that, don't throw it away because it's still worth half value. So all certificates are worth half value even after the expiration date. So
That's pretty nice. Are you still giving out a bunch of $400 certs, or is it, or is
yes,
that? Oh,
yes, based on which match it is, based on the budgeting and everything else, yes, we still give out a lot of $400 certificates. As a matter of fact, so yeah, it adds up quick.
yeah, that definitely adds up quick, especially since it's a full pair of glasses with or without prescription.
That's correct. And then somebody gets a pair, then the prescription's not right. We have to throw it away and do it again.
Hmm.
It's worth the risk that we take for our customer service side, but it is not all free. That's for sure. So there's a lot of $200 certificates out there, and we've talked about those before. And my goal is, if you shoot the shooting sports, and that's what you're involved in, there's a good chance you're not going to pay full retail for the Hunters HD Gold glasses. So that's the kind of the goal. So,
Yeah, and it's awesome to see how many. It's got to be near what 100+ matches this year for you being
no, I sponsored
sponsored,
over 340 something matches so far this year.
and you're maybe looking at what? Maybe you've been to 30 yourself.
This is my 44th match, 41st match this year. I got one more to go this year, unless I pick up a couple. There may be two more I pick up this year before it's over with. I may pick up another one and go to South Carolina for a couple of matches that are coming up in other sports as well. After talking to Kinsey today,
Oh,
so
that's not a bad idea. South Carolina's not terrible for weather and not that far, so you can't
no,
complain.
it's just strictly all based on the weather. So
Yes.
if it's cold, I'm just like, nah, Florida's cool.
You
It's
know what?
hot.
You did survive Handgun Winter Nationals, so you can
Yes, I
survive
did. But
anything.
if you watch that video, I was not happy. I was
No.
bundled up. I got sun today. I was like, it was so hot today. I was like, holy cow! I didn't put any sunscreen on or anything. I was like, my god. So it
Mhm.
was hot.
Yeah, and
So
you're dealing with No Shave November pretty well so far.
I am. I'm working on this. I trimmed it up a little bit at the bottom to make it look nice down here. I'm trying to see. It's patchy. Shit, right here. It's
Hmm.
patchy here, and it's patchy there. So I may have to cut some kind of thing out and straighten it up a little bit. But I've got there's somebody who else is doing No Shave November with me, and hopefully we're going to be going live on Saturday together. So it'll be kind of fun.
Oh,
So
that'll be cool. Yeah, I
yeah,
can't blame you. I get patchy right here because I have a scar on my chin.
right.
So this is like, but no, neck beards are not okay. Like,
Oh, I hear you. I hear
no,
you.
I mean, Sherry would probably murder you if you had a true neck beard. But
I told her I was doing this because I started back in October. Of course, she's like, "All right," So she pretty much, she gets it. So I didn't know what I was doing either. I was just kind of bored, so I tried something new. So,
hmm Are you
so
headed? Are you?
let's
So
go
what
ahead.
was up? Go ahead, brother. You go
No,
first.
no, you could continue.
So, are you going to the U.S. IPSC Nationals next weekend?
No, that is not on my schedule to go to. So I have already seen 90% of those people at other nationals this year. So I had to take that one off. Got a lot of things I'm working on next week. Got some stuff I'm doing in the week after that, going up, I think, to North Carolina to see my mom for Thanksgiving and her and the rest of my family.
Well,
So
yeah, because your brother and your mom don't live too far, do they?
my sister and my mom live in North Carolina, up in
Oh, okay,
Charlotte area. Yep.
gotcha. That's right. It's your brother-in-law. He's the mental guy or the
He is. We may have to do something on Thanksgiving if he's around, so it'd be kind of fun. People enjoyed that last time we got together. So
Yeah, I liked that last year. That was pretty good. You got to interrogate your nephew.
yeah, and that one didn't record, so I may have to get him on there again. Take my laptop. Thanks for reminding me about that. So I may have to get my laptop. I will take my laptop with me and get him on there and do something live again because it was a shame that one never saved, but there was a glitch in the system and it never saved it on Instagram. I was like, of all times, so we'll do it on Rumble, make it stay for good.
Yeah,
So
there you go. Yeah, and you posted some old content to Rumble the past day or so, haven't you?
I did. I've been looking over YouTube and taking more and more stuff off of YouTube, and then I found a couple of things back from 2018 and some other videos, and I was like, let me get that shit off YouTube and move it over to Rumble, and it's been pretty neat because my Rumble views have been going up a lot lately. I don't know what kind of thing I've tricked on the algorithm with them, but they lately have been getting a lot of views from their stuff. So thanks to all y'all for hitting the like button and everything else you're doing. We're getting noticed somehow, so it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, Rumble has been ticking up lately too on our side, so it's kind of nice to see that going.
Yeah,
I thank you for that, and
you're welcome. Did you kick in and watch Louder with Crowder about the Nashville Manifesto? Did you see all that?
it popped up on my phone. I just did not get a chance to watch it yet.
It's there, and he was live on YouTube and Rumble and all these other platforms, and every single one of them kicked him off and deleted the content besides Rumble. So it's pretty interesting because he got a hold of the manifesto through their investigation part and everything else. Who's that? Check out their website. Did you do that?
Yeah, it's my little. I put up. I've got a pre-save banner.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. I was like, it's like, is Kinsey on Rumble or something? What's going on? I'm not there. But releasing the manifesto, what caught my attention to it was Michael Bain had posted a post that said, this should only take 3 to 7 minutes, 10 minutes max. And I was like, what the hell? Oh, so I clicked over and I started seeing what was going on with it and everything because I missed it on day one myself, but I caught it the second day. In the manifesto, this person, knew that when they started shooting up this area, this would be over in 3 to 7 minutes, 10 minutes max. And that's pretty serious because the police aren't going to be there in 3 to 7 minutes and 10 minutes max if it's a no guns area. And that's why we've got to be prepared to protect ourselves at all times. That's just pretty scary. How much more damage could have been done in 3 to 7 minutes, 10 minutes max, based on this evil person's manifesto. I mean, this is all planned out, and there was a lot of red flags, and nobody caught any of it. Not red flags, but a lot of warning signals where this person reached out to friends and everything else, and it's like people aren't listening and paying attention. It's pretty scary.
Yeah, everyone becomes a little eye blind and nose blind to a lot of different things, and
Yeah.
it's like got to be doing our due diligence. Like it was surprising the other week we got a work email from when the main shooting was going on because one of our facilities actually was in the town that person decided to actually shoot up and then flee the scene.
Wow.
So we luckily we lost nobody at our facility, so that was kind of a good sign. But yeah,
Right.
kind of hit right to home when you're like Lewiston, Maine. I'm like, oh shit, we got a facility there.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, but it just we've just got to always stay prepared and always be ready no matter what. Anywhere we go, we travel, we have to be aware of our surroundings more than ever now.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right, and speaking of that, it's probably a really good thing you don't have you don't have logos that stick on your van unless
no,
you get to the facility.
no,
Yeah.
not at all. And now blackout, everything's blacked out. You can't see anything. It just looks like an RV parked in a hotel. And when you see an RV parked in a hotel, my thought process is one or two things happening. One, somebody had to sleep at the hotel and is pissed off because there wasn't any rooms, so I'm not going to mess on that door. Or two, somebody's you can't see it at all, or just somebody's somebody sleeping in a hotel and somebody else stayed in the RV. And it's just one of those things. Hopefully, I've been lucky so far, and I just protect myself and watch my surroundings wherever I go with it, and park it at different hotels that I go to. So always staying
Mm-hmm.
aware of what's happening around me.
Right, and then you definitely are probably, you stick to your primary hotel chain, so you're most of those times those hotels are going to be in very good areas for the most part.
I do, and I don't stay at match hotels. I never
Hmm.
have, and I've heard a lot of stories about people that stay at match hotels, and then the word gets out by somebody that works there that there's a bunch of competitive shooters coming in and stuff like that. And there's been a lot of break-ins over the past years I've heard about, and so I just choose not to stay in match hotels as well. So
Right. So if you're staying in the area, do you reach out to the match director to find out what the match hotel is to not stay there?
not at all, not at all. I can pretty much when I get the matches and get the details, usually through the match sponsorship booklets and everything I get, it usually tells all that information and everything else. And I've had people, ask me at the range, where you're staying at, something like that, and I'll give them I give them a hotel, but it's nothing of importance. It's just if somebody else hears that and I don't know, I just don't put out my information. I don't mean anything bad by it. It's just too much responsibility that I have with everything I travel with, to support the shooting sports.
Absolutely. And you carry a lot of good gear and tools to help out shooters at
Yes,
matches.
exactly. So, based on that, I keep it kind of, just cool, calm, and just normalize it, make it where it's, not a big deal.
Absolutely. So this weekend actually is Area 2. Area 2 is happening right now.
Yes.
They've already had a bunch of shooters actually shoot Area
Yeah, I
2.
saw that yesterday because I saw something where let me pull it up real quick. I saw where Trevor Cotter was there. So
Yeah, he kind of disappeared off the face of the earth for most of the year and
yeah,
came
he's been
back
all over the
in
place. So
September, maybe.
yeah, he has been, but he's let me see, Desert Classic area too. He's he's I don't know. I haven't talked to him much, but he was in 10th after the first day of shooting, and I don't see him now. But right now I show Gianni in first and Max Grande in second. No, Trevor's leading right now in open over Leighton. No,
Yep.
under Leighton's son.
Yeah, and then Leighton is looks like to be fourth currently.
Yep. You know, Leighton, I got, yeah, for, yeah, I see that. So, I hope, if Trevor comes back and, maybe he's not in his head and everything else, maybe he's relaxed taking the break that he did. And, it looks like he's got, let me see, 5 mics, 7 no penalty mics, and then 10 deltas. And so, it looks like it's pretty, there's a lot of mics and a lot of, deltas here by a lot of good shooters. So it must be a lot of partials or something's going on. I'm not sure. I haven't seen a lot of footage from it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any footage yet. I've seen Nils took some pictures of some shooters, but other than that, I haven't seen any match footage yet.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm kind of putting you on the spot, and
Please.
I've got my predictions because I looked a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
Um, so I was respectable. I made sure not to make you mad because I did put high lady predictions in here too.
Nice.
So
Yep. That don't make me mad though. That's good stuff. I'm glad you did.
I mean, I had to look for it, but well, the nice thing is now in practice score you can search lady. Like if you are going to a categories, you can like or in the divisions, you can type in lady in the search bar, and then
Right.
it'll pull all the ladies up. So it makes it a lot easier to find out who's going to be that top lady at the end of the match. So in carry optics, I can't vote against this man because he's a freaking athletic giraffe, and that's Nils. That Nils is my number one pick.
Oh, I'll second that. He's been doing so much, good stuff going on with Canick and everybody else this year. So I'll go there with you on that one. Who else is running? I lost my page on practice score, so I don't have it up.
Yeah, we've got.
It, is
Lord,
Max Michelle shooting this?
I doubt it. No, I don't know what happened to him after Carry Optics Nationals. If he's just doing a bunch of stuff for SIG and not actually shooting major matches, because I haven't seen much, or if anything, from Max Michelle.
I'm not sure. He might be doing a lot with the experience that's coming up again. I saw something about he's getting ready to have another experience and working with JJ and somebody else as well.
Oh, is that? I think that's Doug Koenig. I think he's the third person who does that with
Maybe,
them. But
maybe.
no, so there's Jacob Hetherington, who will give Nils a run for his money. but not a lot of heat. It seems like. Oh, Matthew Hempel's there as well, and Hunter Constantine. So yeah, we'll see who gives Nils a run for his money or how close they could get to him. And
Based on the names you give me so far, I don't see anybody that makes me go aha. So
yeah, I think Hetherington will be the closest, but excuse me.
is JJ going out there for this?
Let's see. Does not look like JJ is shooting this. No.
There's so many people shooting that match.
Yeah, 550 competitors total. This is the biggest area match of the year, and it's the last area match of the year. So I guess everyone's got to get their. If they're a summer bird, they wanted to go to this match.
Yeah, a lot of that. So let's see here.
So in limited, I don't know who do you think is going to win it, Gianni or Joey?
Oh shoot! You know, I love some Joey, and after nationals, I'm sure Joey's fired up more than ever to come back and do something. Gianni's already put some numbers on the board. Let me see what those were again. Hold on a second.
It's crazy. So currently he's only dropped 5.99 points, but that means has one. He has all of the stage wins other than one.
So he got
So he
11.
has all the ground to lose.
He got 11. He got 11 deltas and 2 mics.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of Charlies, but so based on who I don't know. I think Joey's gonna have an advantage here because he knows what he has to do now in each stage,
Yes.
and I'm sure I'm sure he looks at it and knows exactly what he has to do. So I think Joey's going to have the advantage probably to pull this one out.
I do too. John Browning is shooting the match, so hopefully John Browning and Joey are able to shoot together.
John Browning's been on point. I didn't see the squad matrix or anything. So
yeah, I do appreciate the update they did to practice score, so at least you can it's a little bit better. Yeah, so Browning's shooting the match because I was looking and seeing if Scott Brown was going to shoot the match, but it does not look like it. But John Brown's shooting the match. No other real mentions I can see. Oh well, Bob Crow is there, so
yep,
he might put some run for money too. So 54 limited shooters, which is still respectable, especially in an area match when iron sights are not, they're not the bee's knees anymore. Everyone's shooting red dots, it seems like.
Yeah. Right.
And then Mr. Khory is the last shooter, so we'll see if Shane's gonna make it to the match, because that'd be a good showing too.
Yeah, Shane's been working with Glock a lot of GSSF matches he's been going to, so I'm sure he's ready to get back out there and knock it out of the park.
Right, you were at that GSSF match at Talladega, weren't you?
I was. Yep, the 30-year anniversary of the Gunny Challenge. That was pretty neat. First time I did a GSF match. I was pretty excited about it.
Well, especially for you, it's only 45 minutes from your door, so you can't.
Yeah, I did matches back to back that week. One week was nationals, and next week was GSSF or vice versa. I don't remember which order it was in now, but I did 2 weeks back to back in Alabama, so it was nice.
Yeah. So in limited optics, I should say, I'm sorry, I forgot. I said I pulled the ladies. And my high lady choice for carry optics is Justine Williams. If she stays in carry optics or unless she moves to limited optics, it might change, right? If she changes the registration, changes who's going to be high lady. But
she's not working staff for that match, is she?
No, I don't think she ever worked staff. I'm surprised that Max Leograndis shot as early as he did.
Well, I know he's got a lot of stuff going on with PCSL, so I'm not sure if he's working the match or he's got to get back and do some things what he's doing as well. So,
yeah. So my pick, surprisingly, is I'm not going to vote against Max Leograndis in limited optics. It's too hard on that one. Max
he knocked it out of the park in at nationals. Who else is shooting against him?
Let's see. There's 87 shooters, which is really awesome to see that everyone wants to shoot limited optics.
Oh, it's going to definitely be a division.
Kenshiro Nagata, I know he shoots for Terran.
Yeah, he's a big steel challenge guy, but that's not going to be an issue, I don't think.
No, he's not. I don't think he'll put pressure on Max, but it's a good name to see in the sport. Shooting USPSA.
Moving from steel challenge, he set a lot of world records at steel challenge, so he's been doing well.
Yeah, Oh, Isaac Lockwood is shooting. I don't know. We'll see how he fares. There's really no big. This is Max Legrand's match to lose, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's no one other than Isaac, really. Like Casey Eusebio's not shooting it, which is
Okay. So
unfortunate.
Casey, they just got back from Africa, and he's not. They're not. They didn't travel to this.
No, I didn't. I looked for both their names and I found nothing.
Okay. So that there's not a lot of heat then. I mean, there's heat,
Hmm.
but there's no national champion, past national champion heat. So
Correct. And for my top lady pick, I did pick Linda. Linda did already shoot, but there's only four other ladies is
you shooting
shooting.
PCC?
No, she shot limited optics with
She
her.
shot a Canic, didn't she?
I want to say she shot her Sand Viper or whatever the sight block version is, the Pit
See,
Viper.
somebody tagged me in a post.
They always be tagging you in posts.
Yeah, but it was a post that was not caught me off guard. Let me see what that is. I'm looking right now. I don't want to say who sent it to me. So
Yep, you keep digging on that,
it
and
is. It's the Sand Viper.
is it?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, the
Yep.
Sand Viper's probably the sight block one, or not sight block. It's as long as it's not compensated, she's fine.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Yep. So I picked Linda. Open. I'm not even gonna have to look up anything, and Christian Seiler is going to be there, so there's no contest on that one.
Yeah, I mean, we're sticking with safety, that's for sure, but we're also sticking with what people have done to be consistent throughout the year. So it's not anything to really be. There's no inconsistencies in the choices we've made.
No, there's not. I mean, if I'm playing safe bets here because I don't want to lose.
Yeah. Hey, did Corey send you the person that won the Active Blue last week?
He did, and I was surprisingly, because the person's been on here popping and talking, so, and I was waiting for you to hop on, luckily enough, so I think it's actually a pretty good time.
Go ahead.
So do you want me to share it, or do you want to share it?
No, you do it because I sent everything to Bonehead, and he's not on here.
Yeah, I
So
know exactly. So, as I mentioned earlier in the show, we last week, due to Brian's graciousness, we are giving away a pair of Active Blue glasses, thanks to Brian and Hunter's HD Gold. For anyone who didn't know, they had to follow Manny Talk Shooting and Hunter's HD Gold on Rumble last week, and they only had till midnight, I think Central Time or Eastern Time, whatever
yep.
exactly it was. I can't remember those details, but. Mr. Rick Powers, you have won, even though you spelled Active Blue wrong.
It's all good. Not a big deal. But yes, he did win. Congratulations. Email me again with your information for shipping, phone number and email address, and that way I can reply to you and see if a prescription is needed. And if not, no prescription is needed. Just pick out what style frame you want as well and the color frame and send that to me as well. And I'll get it shipped out to you. I'll forward it information to Chris and get it shipped out tomorrow if it's not prescription. Otherwise, I'll send you the instructions for the prescription, and Chris will get in touch with you, and you'll make a lot of things happen from there. So, congratulations, Rick. Really appreciate you supporting us on Rumble, and look forward to getting you a pair of the new Active Blue Life Reactive shooting lenses. Not
Absolutely.
shooting lenses, active lifestyle lenses.
Active lifestyle. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that.
they're definitely not for shooting. They do some wonky things with green, and they don't do anything good with red. So it's just they're more glasses for outside the shooting sports, for fishing and marathons and boating, cycling. We sponsored a cycling team that just was in Colorado. Lots of stuff to do, outdoor activities. A lot of pilots are using them. I got a pilot with Delta, a pilot with Southwest, a lot of commercial individual pilots with smaller planes. And I found out today I'm probably going to be working with somebody soon that flies with United. So really taking over the pilot space, which is really pretty cool. So
Absolutely. And I do know some of my buddies or RO friends that are actually looking to use Active Blue when they RO, because
yes,
you can use it and it doesn't distort the tablet.
yes, you can still use the tablet and everything else. So, but you're not going to have the contrast to be able to see the hits as far away as you do and stuff like that. But for something that you want, where you want a great sunglass, it's exactly what it's designed for. So,
Mhm.
Active Blue Life Reactive. So
Right.
that's it.
So has anyone made the silly request to have one lens active blue and one lens gold?
No, that hasn't happened yet because let me see, yellow and blue make green.
Hmm.
So that would be a green effect, I guess it would have. That'd be kind of odd, wouldn't it? So
Yeah. Well, I know I've got a friend of mine in Texas, Coy. He's got a lens, a ruby lens, and a gold
yes,
lens,
yes, he does. I'm
and
fairly familiar with that.
that's a very interesting combination. I haven't asked him actually how that goes, other than he looks kind of goofy when he
You know,
does.
there's a lot of people like Luigi just like a lot of attention. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with wanting attention. That you are absolutely correct on that one, Brian.
It's what we do in the sport. That's what makes it fun. So yeah, a big shout out to Ty, Taryn Colvin, who's the
Mhm.
assistant match director, and Nick Brandt, the match director at Mississippi last week. They did a lot of great things to help put a good match in the ground. If you haven't checked out the live that we did on Rumble, make sure you definitely check that out. With talked to a lot of people, talked to Zach Jones, which was a very good conversation to ask some
Mhm.
questions about Still Challenge and some changes that may or may not be happening in the future. So time to get your feedback in pretty soon.
Right. So I missed that live, but I did rewatch the live on Rumble, and you did have a very good conversation with Mr. Zach Jones.
Yep.
He well, and then Jeff Jones was there too, from the committee as well.
He
So,
was, and Tyron's on the committee as well. So
hmm, yeah, and it was nice to see a lot of big names in Steel Challenge there. They also, I don't want to spoil all the fun, so please go watch the video that
mhm.
Brian put out. But did you ever get to catch up with that one shooter afterwards?
Well, yes, and unfortunately, he didn't make it all the way through the match.
Oh.
He had a great time. I did talk to him. He actually he became a USPSA member. He's doing some more, getting more, going to another match. I think the following weekend, and we went through them, and they talked to him for about 30 or 45 minutes about the rules and everything else. However, there was unfortunately didn't make the match to finish it, but he was not, not mad. He was more like, okay, this is just a different learning experience and everything else that we've got to get through. And he got a pair of Hunter's HD Gold prescription, and I made him a good price on that to make up the difference for what he had spent to be an annual member. So I took good care of the customer to make sure he's going to come back and continue shooting. So it was a good experience.
Right, absolutely. God, what was I gonna say? I know you. Lord, they shot the match. No, if I remember it, we're gonna come back to it. But I can't remember what I was gonna say now. I'm just gonna fill the space with no dead air. So we're just gonna keep rambling. But that's okay. But
No, it's all good. It's what that's quite okay. So my
yeah,
wife just texted me.
yeah. So there's another good question. Is Chris kind of recovering from the active blue? Is it kind of calming down for him, or is he still?
We're wide open, man. It's been so awesome. So it's he's doing extremely well. Staying caught up is a different level of understanding what that means now, because it's not the same as it was. It's just more of a consistently, things have changed. Everything's busy at the lab. There is a lot of people there at the lab that are helping now. So it's not just Chris doing everything. Paula, the customer service manager, and Lori, the other customer service rep, are helping out a lot. So it's just not Chris by himself. But we had some lab tours. People came in this week that were in town and wanted to see the lab, and that was really cool. So when that happens, that doesn't really push everybody back, but it makes everybody pivot and start doing other responsibilities as well. So Chris doesn't get too far behind doing a lab tour. So
Yeah. Well, especially you got the holiday coming up, and if he uses any extra vacation, hopefully they'll
yeah,
fill in for him, so he's not like, I should never take vacation again.
no, Chris does well, and when he's on vacation, it's one of those things. He takes days off here and there, and being a local, um, where he's at, he's got his family around, and everything else. So we make sure to take good care of Chris. That's for sure. He definitely takes care of the Hunters HD Gold customers and the family of lenses that we
Yeah.
all offer. But it's his new excitement. He enjoys it because when he gets there, he looks up and it's lunch. He looks up again. And it's time to go home. So his days go by really fast now. So
Well, that's good. Yeah, especially he takes care of what he has to do. What do you employ? How many families are you in charge of now?
15. Yeah,
It's really awesome to see you're taking care of those people, and
it is. It looks like
about. Go ahead.
I was going to say it looks like Rick. Can I do that? I don't know if I can do that.
I
No,
mean,
it
you can.
looks like Rick got the message, so that's good.
Yes, that is good. I saw he did make a comment or two on the Rumble. It's kind of interesting how the live chat on Rumble will appear, but then you also have the comment section underneath the video still when it's live.
Nice.
It's But yeah, I saw that notification pop over too. But yes, Rick Powers, we appreciate you checking us every week, brother. I mean, I really appreciate the
Yeah, make sure
consistency.
you hit that like button down there on Rumble because that's important to get the algorithm moving, and don't just assume that it's not making a difference because it does. It gets it out there, it gets it in more people's views. That's for sure. That's what it's all about. And like we talked about earlier, with all the new stuff that's happening with other networks, taking people off the air, it's important to support Rumble. That's really doing a lot of stuff to keep us to be able to talk about it, everything we're doing. And I've got a lot of stuff I'm doubling down on some technology. Bought some new stuff that I'm going to be doing some lives with, and some other ways to get the network out further away from where I'm at the tent. So, got some when I go live this weekend. I'm going to be trying some new things. So I'm pretty excited about the lives are really taking off at matches, and being able to talk to more people around there and get interviews and stuff like that going right there on the spot. I think is pretty exciting for to get the shooting sports out there and more views on it.
hmm Well, and it's cool to see what you can do with your live technology. Going live, your technology like your Starlink that you've been using to get
Yep.
your get out your message, and it's cool. Especially, it hasn't been very easy for you because you've been so busy selling Active Blue and all the products there at the tent, so it's kind of hard to go live
It
and
does. I
see.
don't get to go live as much as I want to, and I haven't been, engaged to get a lot of stuff for the podcast. So I'm not sure if season 3 of Hunters HD Go Behind the Lens is over with yet. I got a couple of matches left. We'll see if anything else pops up, but there's nothing else right now in the can. So thank you for everybody that's listening to Hunters HD Go Behind the Lens. It really means a lot to me. So it pretty much now when I get to the range, it's set up first thing in the morning, get everybody started, and get all my demos out, get everybody taken care of before they start shooting, and then I got a little time in the morning when people are shooting AM, PM, or half day formats. And then, about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, everybody starts rolling in. It's going to shoot that afternoon. And then it just gets wide open busy again. So finding time to do all the juggling that I'm doing, it's kind of like, I'm putting more responsibilities on myself at matches, but it's making those days, go by faster as well. And it's bringing a lot of awareness to the shooting sport. So it just keeps me motivated to continue doing what we're going to do. And to be able to, now add, if I find somebody that, that's fun and does a lot of recording anyway, I can go hand them a phone and my and say, hey, go out there and run the cam, and you be a second camera. And I've got it set up now where actually I think I can have like 8 people doing that at once, and then I can, if I stay back at the main hub, I can go back, switch between all these cameras, throwing them on screen when something's going on. So if you ever see me at a match and I'm in live and you want me to send you a link and you want to go capture some footage, get with me so you can help capture footage at matches as well. So that was, kind of exciting to be able to do that, get other people involved as well.
That is pretty cool, especially getting that live perspective. Almost can get like the mini Shooting USA kind of vibe from somebody and be
Yep.
like, "How'd you feel?" And then they say, "Oh, it was crap," and then it's like,
Exactly. And John's doing a lot of great things. I'm not trying to take away from anything that anybody else is doing. I just want to have another avenue out there to get more people, maybe to catch, when it's live on Rumble, it pops up there on the screen. And if you ever just hit the search button for live and start scanning through all that, it's gonna pop up, and all of a sudden it's gonna catch somebody's attention. And that's what it's about, and then after that, it's out there for people to see and go back and watch and see what's going on in the shooting sports. And I built a lot of trust with, of course, USPSA to be doing stuff directly to their stuff now. And I'm work with, have some conversations with the marketing people at IDPA for the future there as well. So we'll see how that goes, and other shooting sports as well, to be able to just broadcast directly for them when I go to matches that they're not at.
absolutely. Um, I think you tipped us off last week that Jake's title changed
Yes.
at USPSA. I
Yep.
have not talked to him, but I'm hopefully his new avenue and his new leads or whatever avenues he's going to go down, instead of being media and events, it'll be media and whatever. I
Well,
can't remember
his
exact time.
responsibilities now are building the sport and getting more people involved to promote the sport through sponsorships, through conversations, and through having the time to do that. Because what's interesting for next year, you just can't put on a match in 3 or 4 months notice and say, hey, go put a match on. It takes a lot of work behind the scenes, and Jake has completely stepped out of that role. And we don't have you know we've got a president, but I'm not sure what's going on behind the scenes to plan for the world speed shoot. I talked to Zach a little bit about it, and that's Zach for the world speed shoot is doing a lot of that. But there's other nationals that are coming up that it's going to be really interesting to see the new flavor of what that's going to look like with a new president running the show when we find out who that's going to be. So it's going to be really interesting.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I'm hoping it'd be nice. I mean, this is just me, backseat quarterbacking, but it'd be nice to see Zach Jones just be able to be the match director for WSSC.
Well, he is. That's definitely his role. So that's really taken care of. But there's still a lot of things, behind the scenes to get
Mm-hmm.
things going and everything else. Now Zach's got a very competent crew with him on he actually has a committee as well. So there's a lot of people there that I'm not as much worried about that one as I would be the other, handgun nationals and other things that get started off pretty early in the year. So
Yeah, Carry Optics Nationals is definitely up in the air on how
that's
that's
it.
going to perform, and
Yep.
uh, hopefully it'll be put on well at Marengo, Ohio.
Well, it's going to get put on okay. Everything's going to be great. It's just behind the scenes will be interesting, and I hope behind the scenes just doesn't get out and affect the match. And that's what we want to hope for the best there. So,
Oh, yes, agreed,
because
agreed.
even when Jake's running it with everybody else and everybody around, there's still a lot of things behind the scenes that people are coordinating a lot of stuff that nobody sees, and there's a lot of things happening, a lot of moving parts when stuff happens. So hopefully, with everything changing, that there's going to be people put in place that know how to handle the things that they used to be without having any delays for the shooters. So
Hmm.
be very
Absolutely, yeah.
important. So.
Now I'm really excited because I'm going to go to my first nationals. I'm not going till the end of the year though. I'm going to drive all the way down to Talladega, Alabama.
Are you coming to Handgun National? I mean, the Carry Optus Nationals?
I might. I'll probably be there, but I
We
don't.
need to
I'm
do.
not.
We need to do some dual shows while we're there, and we can do some stuff with when I'm live and do some stuff on your show there as well. So come on down.
I'll put that in the books. I'll plan
Yeah.
that. I'll plan that better than we did last time. Where
Hey,
and
life
then you
is
were
going to happen. If you can't make it, it's okay. But just keep that in mind that we've talked about it before, and it's easy to get things executed. But when you have more people there to help you, then you can make the content even better as well.
oh,
So
absolutely.
that's what that one time I did that with with Steve Anderson, and Steve would be there for his home area, and I'm going to get Steve involved, and he was filming everything anyway, so I'll ask Steve to take a camera with him and do a lot of work as well, and you use him hopefully as to help promote a lot of stuff as well, because he really enjoyed that when we did that the first time.
Absolutely, yeah. It was funny. You sent me that text. I understand it's too cold. If it's too cold, I understand. And I'm like, yeah, brother. Work came up, so I'm stuck here in the frick.
No.
I was working on a freaking Saturday. It was
It
bull
does.
crap.
It does. So I think that's a lot. I think that is that all for the major matches happening. We got IDPA Space Coast going on this weekend. I couldn't even tell you how to guess who's gonna finish in that because I'm not familiar with all the players. We've got Area Two going on. We got CanCon going on. That's in Savannah, Georgia this weekend. A big suppressor event that's happening. I'm not sure what else is going on around. So
Other than that, nothing really going on this weekend. Nothing going on this weekend. Next weekend is IPSC Nationals down in Samira Beach, down at Manny Bragg's range, and
yep.
Gorka. Well, I don't know. Is it Manny and Gorka's or
It,
Gorka's?
Gorka is Gorka's range. Gorka
Okay, so it's Gorka.
Ibanez.
All
Yeah.
right, don't want to misspeak there. So yeah, Gorka's
Yep.
range at so that'll be cool. Actually, I had the stages. Where did those go? Oh, there they are. I had them pulled up. So
Right.
I had to have a shoot. I couldn't find the match book. So I found out a shoot. I knew a shooter who was going next weekend, and I'm like, and I called them because they're a match director. They're like, yeah, we put some stages that are similar to IPSC National stages on the ground. I'm like, where did you find those? I'm like, oh, thanks. He sent them to me, so I could
Let me
peer
see.
them.
IPSC Nationals by Presented by Da Vinci. Nice. Let's see here. Squatting.
Come
See what I
on.
can find out. HTML. Old school. Golly, Thursday. Gorka, Tim Herron, Martin, his son, Sergio. A lot of people are going to be there. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it'll be a good. I expect it to be a good match. There's a lot of people shooting it, probably for shooting IPSC for probably the first time.
Yeah.
So it's always a nice thing to see. The stages looked pretty straightforward in my opinion. I mean, that's kind of what it seems like IPSC is,
Right.
but there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm gonna actually share my screen. Let's click on this. We'll share the screen. Go to my drive. Boom. We got obviously we've got title sponsors Da Vinci Manufacturing. The first stage one is sponsored by Excalibur Ammunition, a Florida-based ammunition company.
Yeah, and Rob Stewart is doing a lot of things and getting to get involved more with Excalibur Ammunition. You're going to see a lot of in 2024, and he's doing some really neat stuff for open shooters. So a lot more to come on that, but it's going to be a lot happening.
Yeah, simple, pretty much straightforward stages where we're going to see from IPSC. They're gonna, but it seems like they might have different amount of stages. High hit factors, low hit factors. They've got to follow the 3-2-1 format for anyone who
Oh,
doesn't know.
here's a stage. Here's a squad. Saturday p.m., Sunday a.m. Max Michelle, Speedy,
Mm-hmm.
Devin, JJ Rakaza, KCUCBO, Jesse, Jared Fox, Marco Davis. That's going to be a hell of a squad.
Yep, that is now. So Max Michelle's probably shooting production optics
Shows him shooting production option. Yes,
because they got rid of light. So after the world shoot, they got rid of production optics light.
man.
So that's
Another squad with Eddie Garcia, Aaron Edens, Jay Heyersberg, Chris Tilley, Drummond, Coley. Man, Gianni's on that same squad.
that'll be a good.
Woof,
That'll be a good match. This will
woof.
definitely be a match. A lot of it's nice to see a lot more USPSA shooters getting into IPSC.
I'm really going to be interested to see how Tom Castro finishes. He's shooting production optics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see how he fares if he can beat Max. I mean, Tom's been on a roll. I finally got it through his skull that he is a super squad level shooter, and he's finally this year. It seems like after Carry Optics Nationals, he got his head together.
Yep.
He's got his head together, and he's not. Excuse me. He's not getting in his own way for the most part. So looks like some good stages here with some good sponsorship as we see Henning Group, Glock sponsoring EAA, Da Vinci, Mark 7, Vortex Optics.
Yep.
I will say I actually have a Vortex Optics on my carry gun. It's a Springfield Armory Hellcat, and that's really cool because the Defender
Yep.
kind of mounts straight to it with all the adapters, and it's a nice little red dot made by Vortex.
I just got my Bull Armory SAS 2
Just
3 1/4 inch.
that's the limited optics gun, right?
Yeah, it
Okay.
is. It would classify limited optics, but it's got the. Actually, I'm not sure if it would because I think it's because it's got the compensator on the end of it. So
Oh, so then no, I wouldn't.
yeah, but it's my little it's an extra carry gun I've got, and had it gold plated and did some other things to the barrel and stuff. Not gold, but gold, color. So it's black and gold. It's pretty cool. So.
Oh, did you have the armory do that?
No, I actually went outside to have another friend of mine do that. So
Gotcha. You got Patriot Defense sponsor on a stage, Sig Sauer, Tanfolio.
that looks like what? Whoa! Go back up to that. Go back
What?
next one.
No, this one.
Right there. Look at round stage. What the hell?
Yeah, it's interesting enough. I mean,
It's a little wonky. I wonder if those targets back in the back are movers, but I don't see any steel to activate them. So I guess not. I don't see a stomp plate because Manny uses those. Manny has those stomp plates.
yeah, like the guitar, the not a
Yep.
guitar, but like a bass drum kick pedal kind of
Yep.
looking thing.
Exactly. So I just to see those targets behind the plates, behind that hardcover back there is kind of. I bet that's something interesting. So.
Yeah, it's got there probably will be some activator of some type. They just don't share a lot of. They give you the flavor, I guess, of the stage really.
Yeah, I'd be curious where you start on that one because you'd think you would start back in the back and hit those two targets on the left first, but that may be maybe where you finish. So it'd be interesting to see how that works out.
Yeah, that would be interesting,
Because
honestly.
if they a good start position for that stage would be right in the dead center.
Oh yeah, exactly. There's no one way to shoot that one.
And if you go left, right, or backwards, hey, you better figure it out. So
Yes, exactly.
because I didn't see any targets available to shoot from the center.
No, no, you have to pretty much go around the world, as I'd call that
Oh,
one.
there's his swingers there. So he's showing him when it's a swinger. So I guess that other stage is just behind hard cover.
Or they could be boppers. You never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a table pickup stage. Some simple stages, but I think there's 30 stages in 4 days or whatever or 3 days maybe. Or no, is it 2 half days? You said you were looking at the squad matrix a minute ago.
Yeah, it's two half days. Yeah.
So
Rick Powers just said dead center start sounds like Leif. You're not wrong. There's a lot of
no, it would be all the way in the front, and you'd
go
have to.
backwards.
The ideal plan would be run all the way to the back.
Yeah. Well, that's how this one is. You're going to start in the very front, but you can't load your mags to the very back or something.
Yeah. Or your magazines are all at the back of the fault line.
I don't ever need to create stages. I've seen too much of what people can't stand.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, absolutely. You're always the guy who hears about it too. It's like, oh man, that stage.
Oh, I think about it a lot, especially if I get to a match early and they tell me, "Hey, go put your banners where you want to," and I'm like going, "All right."
Didn't you this year? I think next month you actually are a title sponsor of a match.
North Florida Section Championship, yes.
And this is back in this range, right? At Manny's
No,
range.
that's back at Gorka's range at Volusia. Yes, this range we're talking about now. Yes,
Yeah,
I apologize.
Gorka's range. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be. There's nothing wrong with Florida in the wintertime.
No, that's my birthday weekend. I got a lot of stuff planned. I'm not coming. I'm staying down there for 2 weeks. I'm not coming back.
Stone crab.
Yes, sir. I'm going out on a boat.
You and Mr. Kyle Stevens are gonna go out on
Yep.
a boat,
and then I'm going hunting at night with J.R. Crosby.
Oh, he is the Florida man, isn't he?
Oh, I'm going Florida, man, and I can't wait. And the funny thing is December the 9th, which is my birthday, that night there's Redneck Brawl that is also on in the internet, where it's like a bunch of fighters from Georgia against Alabama going at each other. So check that out on Instagram, Redneck Brawl. I apologize about the language, but it's funny.
And that's not going to be on Rumble. That's something that needs to be
No,
on
no,
Rumble.
no. It's a total different, totally different pay per view kind of thing. But you can see the promos they're doing on Instagram called Redneck Brawl. And I'm telling you, if you want to see some of the funniest promos about these people talking smack before they're going to get started, it's amazing. What stuff? I mean, let me see if I can find one real quick. It's that bad. I mean, it's horrible. But I don't want to say if I can find it, I'll play one. I don't care. It's so funny. So let me see here. Redneck. I think I can spell redneck.
I mean, you for the most
Red
part.
Redneck Brawl. Let me see story. Let me see some of the stuff they've been posting. No, there's nothing on stories. It's all. Oh, this is. Hold on a second. Oh, he just.
It's the Bama Bull here, calling out old Chicken Wing, aka Kentucky Bulldog. Listen, you Alabama pussy motherfuckers, this is a bulldog. Fuck bulldog, bulldog. You fly your mama down there to Rome on them chicken wings. I'll take her back to Bama on this car. Go, bitches!
So there's a lot of there's more of that. They got all these fighters doing these promos. So one guy from Georgia is going to beat somebody up from Alabama. And it's Alabama against Auburn in Redneck Brawl. So if you're not following them on Instagram, you are missing out on some comedy gold. It is amazing. I apologize about the language up front, but it is amazing. If you like some, just it's crazy. It does not represent where I live in Alabama. So, but it is pretty rough.
Yeah. Speaking of Alabama, what you think they're going to kick Kentucky's butt this weekend?
There should be no reason why we don't, but Kentucky is Kentucky, and we should be fine. But it's going to be one of those things that the first half is going to be interesting, and then Nick Saban's wife's going to have to go down there at halftime and get everything fixed and come back out the second half and win the game. So, but Kentucky, I don't know. I'm just glad we're not playing Missouri. I'm more worried about Missouri. They're coming down pretty strong this year.
Yeah. Yeah. So. It'll be interesting to see also, Ohio State's going to destroy Michigan State. So that's not it's not going to be worth watching.
Is Michigan State not any good this year?
I guess not. I mean, like they got slaughtered by U of M earlier this year too, and that wasn't fun either to watch.
No, some teams get better in the end. I was so happy that Oklahoma State beat Oklahoma, so that you never can tell when something's going to happen. So,
yeah, I think it'll be a good game. Michigan versus Penn State should be a good game this weekend, though.
Okay, yeah, football season becomes kind of a blur when I'm doing matches, so I usually catch the other end of it. So
you more catch the bowl games when you've actually take a breather, right?
Exactly. So
yeah, let's see. I think
we're just root for anybody in the top 7 to lose right now. So that's all I care about. So
right, exactly. Anyone in the top 7. Exactly.
We need some upsets in the top 7.
Right. Now, I guess I did cover this earlier, but the USPSA did post the member meeting videos on the website. You got to dig through. It's like in through member and then member meetings.
Right.
But you can watch all those if you really care to. And I recommend anybody do that. I do have to do this for Khory because if I don't do this, he will blame me. But at Cardinal Shooting Center, we have 3 major matches going on there in 2024. The Buckeye Blast and Area 5. That's going to be ran by the Cardinal Practical Shooters. So if you want to work those matches, get with me. Send me a link. I will send you the link to the workers application to work either or both of those matches. Hopefully, Brian, we will see you at either of those matches or both. I don't know.
Buckeye Blast should be there. If everything goes as planned, I should be at that one.
It's okay. We'll put you right next to Bobby so you can eat all the breakfast burritos.
Area 5. Golly, that's a lot of good stuff going on. 3 times in Ohio, plus, golly, that wonderful state. Ugh.
So we'll make sure that you can do a Ohio flag burning ceremony on the range.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't hate Ohio. I just love giving the people that live there a hard time because most of the people come to me and say, "That's pretty funny." I said, "I apologize if I hurt your feelings." They're like, "No, it's all true." Like, oh, okay. I'm just making sure because I don't make these jokes when I go to Texas because they would not let me leave Texas. Those people have a lot of pride in their state, and I understand it. So.
Oh, absolutely. It's funny. We gave them Toledo, but we got the whole Upper Peninsula of Michigan, which really should be freaking Wisconsin.
Look at the maps from 1893. There's a whole lot of people that had Ohio at one time and then got out. It's pretty funny. So
yes, exactly. And then I can't forget to promote the USPSA Nationals.
Yep.
We've got World Speed Shoot at the end of May. Ending of June, we've got Carry Optics back in Marengo, Ohio. Multi-Gun Nationals in Forest Lake, Minnesota, July 19th to the 21st. Handgun Nationals back in Alabama, September 13th through the 15th. And 18th through the 20th of October, Open PCC Nationals. So if you're smart and you really need custom glasses and you see Brian early in the week at Nationals, he might be able to turn them around quick enough. I can't make any promises though.
Yeah, and I saw Open PCC Nationals. I got a conflict with that one, so I made the World Rimfire Championships that same weekend. So I'm not sure what's going to do. So it'd be
where's the World Rimfire Challenge or
North Alabama Alabama again? Yep. So they do that one big match a year. So not sure. I'm gonna do some juggling next year. It's gonna be interesting to see what all I can go to. So it's kind of like I had a lot of people ask me if I was gonna be at IPSC Nationals next week, and I'm like, no, I got this. So it's just I can't be everywhere. So I got a lot of stuff going on. So.
Yeah, and we can't clone Brian yet. Now if we could,
I would love to say I'm gonna be at every one of those, but I can tell you now I won't be at every one of those Nationals next year. So
yeah, well, and it. Can't blame you. You got other commitments. You got other matches, other shooting sports that you want to,
There's a lot of stuff I want to cover and make sure, to continue the support. We got a lot of stuff planned already for USPSA in 2024. Got a lot of stuff planned with IDPA I can't talk about yet. It's going to happen in 2024. Got a lot of stuff planned with the Single Action Shooting Society, some stuff I'm working with them on. So a lot of good things with other shooting sports. Of course, Metal Madness is going to blow up this year. I talked to Ed White. He's already got a wait list of over 300 people on his annual event, and he's thinking about carrying it over onto Monday to get put in those other shooters on Monday and shoot. So he hasn't decided that if he's going to do another day early, add a day before, or add a day after. But he's got the same problem that other people have of staff, because the Metal Madness doesn't pay any kind of hotel rooms or anything right now based on what they're doing, but they may have to at some point because all these shooting sports are growing. And of course, the Rimfire Challenge Shooting Association, very involved with them. And I got some emails and some stuff out for some other sports I haven't been involved with either. So we'll see how that comes out, turns around for 2024. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And if anyone hasn't, please go check out huntershdgold.com. Go check out Hunters HD Gold, Hunters HD Ruby, and Active Blue. If you see Brian at a major match in 2024, please say hi. Tell him, you saw him on, on the internet, on Rumble, on 2 Alpha News, on Behind the Lens, whatever he's on.
That's
tell him,
right.
Go shake his hand, thank him, and go buy some. Go demo some product, so then you can buy some product.
Yeah, I mean, definitely try it first before you decide to spend your hard-earned money on something. Make sure it makes a difference, and make sure that it's something for you. It's very important.
Absolutely, and I guess I will promote Khory's partners because I am a good co-host. Khory's partners, Shield Manufacturing, Khory Shield, great man in the shooting sports, also does Falling Steel World Series. As he does Hunters HD Gold as well. Victor's Legacy, who did Cerakote job on his PCCs, and Excalibur Ammunition. So you can go to Excalibur-ammo.com and go check them out for all your ammunition needs. So there's my shills for Khory. He can't say I didn't do anything for him.
Nice.
But as I have my partners, Hunters HD Gold, Go Fast, Don't Suck, Dominate Defense, DivTech, Laugh and Load, Outdoor Dynamics, Summit City Bullets, Range Panda, Chile Custom Gunworks, the Tom Castro Shooting Academy, and 2 Alpha Apparel.
Man, you're just like one of those. This is sponsor whore. Your jersey, you got room? You got any more room in your jersey?
I don't know. Ask Bill if his guys can make more room. No. So I do have some very good supporters.
There's a sponsor here. Put me in the armpit or somewhere. Like the armpit of my sponsors in my armpit.
Wait. Oh, that'd be perfect, Brian.
Well, when you're like this, I'm going to see it anyway. It's going to be under there.
That's a great. How didn't Bill think of this sooner? Because I've got Go Fast, Don't Suck up on one of the sleeves. Is going in the armpit.
Well, no, you put the flag's got to be where it's supposed to go. The other,
I'm sharing on one of my shoulders. I'm sharing the state flag and Go Fast, Don't Suck. So I'll put Go Fast, Don't Suck in the armpit, and I'll call it a day.
And do Hunters HD Gold in the other one. I think that'd be funny.
I mean, that could work too. But I got the old logo on there, the red, white, and blue one, which I really like.
Yeah,
I got to get Bill to update that one maybe for you though, because you switched your logo a little bit up around.
Well, we start. You've heard the story about logos and how I like hiding stuff, and we hid the H&D in the first logo we came out with, and it was called Hunters of Gold forever, but it's Hunters HD Gold, of course. So.
Mm-hmm. No, and I've got a lot of good friends who I help promote in the shooting sports. So
I'm giving you a hard time.
I know, but no, I do not actively. I will put us on record. I'm not actively seeking sponsorship.
I think you are. You are.
Hey, just give me some money, Brian. No, just kidding. No, no, I love supporting the people who help me out. And if that's the littlest thing I can do is put you on the back of my jersey, I will be happy to help you out. Like my buddy Bobby, my Vester from 2 Alpha Apparel, great dude. I can't wait to see where his apparel company goes in the next couple of years. He's been a big supporter of Area 4, so yeah. So
who's your ears? Who's your ear company on there?
Whatever I buy, because I had a pair of ears, electronic ears that I had bought, and they died after about a year, and now I'm just using cheap stuff at the moment. Okay. I have not had a chance to go meet with Premier.
Well, the reason I'm saying I'll be talking to a guy who I'm going to set up next to this weekend. That's going to be some stuff I've been trying. I'm pretty impressed with. So check that out on Rumble sometime this weekend when we go live.
Oh, I absolutely will. And you're set into Florida, so you'll be in Eastern time zone, so it won't be that confusing.
No, it's it just at least my iWatch changes. It's all good.
So. Exactly. So yeah, as I said, follow us on social media. 2 Alpha News on Facebook and on Instagram. On YouTube, it's Manny Talk Shooting, and on Rumble, it's Manny Talk Shooting. Please go follow us. Go follow Hunters HD Gold on Rumble as well. A lot of great content coming out on both of our channels with that platform. So please go check those out. Brian, any last words, brother, before we kick this out?
Man, I think I'm good. I really appreciate you inviting me on last minute. I was just working on a spreadsheet, and I'm getting ready to go back and do some more work on the spreadsheet. The Carolina Panthers are at the Chicago Bears on TV, so that's going to keep me up for a little bit longer, watching a little bit of football while I work on the spreadsheet. And emails are still coming in, so I think I had 6 emails come in with certificates just during this hour that we've been on together. So use those certificates, get the word out there, and they do come off MSRP. So if you buy one online, try to $50 for non-prescription and $75 for prescription all day long is a great deal. And I hate it when I hear that somebody paid $100 or $200 for a certificate and they have to pay more. But that's read the instructions. So we did that. What we did on purpose because it's a great deal for somebody who needs a prescription pair or a non-prescription pair. But I thought about it. If people started putting them out there to sell, it's going to be they're not really. There's some value there, but not the value that you would think based on we don't combine discounts. So if there's a sponsorship or discount with a team that I'm already sponsoring, they get discounts. You can't combine those. It strictly comes off MSRP only based on how we did our budgeting. And we're making a little bit of money on them with the certificates, but they certificates will not keep me traveling and keep the money coming in to keep everything going. It's out there to support the shooting sports and do what we're doing. And based on people that get them using the certificate, there's other people out there that are seeing them, learning about them, and then paying, seeing me at a match and get them at match price or buying them from one of the authorized retailers at MAP pricing as well, the same price I sell for when I go to matches. A lot of great authorized retailers that are helping promote the brand. And then also, of course, people order them off the website, every day at the price that's there on the website as well. So a lot of great things are happening with the awareness of the Hunters HD Gold branded family of lenses. So between Hunters HD Gold, Hunters HD Ruby, and Active Blue, I truly believe now we have a solution for whatever you're doing inside or outside the shooting sports.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And everyone should be checking out these products and saying and thanking you for being as the best, hardest working man in the shooting sports.
You're very welcome.
But as listeners, I think Khory would tell me it's time to get out and do the things. But for the next time, guys, get out and do things. I will see you on the next one.
We'll see you at the range soon, guys.